Hi, I'm being guided to share this message about shadow work at this time. This was actually a request that was made that I share the knowledge that I have about shadow work, and it was probably a couple weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago, but I'm being guided to share it at this time. So let's talk about shadow work. And the question always is, are we done yet? We're ascending, we're raising into higher states of consciousness. Are we finally done with the shadow work? Have we completed our journey of shadows? That's always the question. But let me just share this perspective with you, and this is something that you can answer for yourself. So, if you are triggered in any way, shape, or form by anything or anyone at any time, there's still shadow work that needs to be done. If you don't have unconditional love for yourself and for everyone else, and for everything in your life, an unconditional acceptance and unconditional love for all the circumstances in your life, for everything around you. And I don't mean unconditional love for someone by tolerating their bullshit. I mean unconditional love by unconditionally loving them. Even if you have to love them from afar, even if by keeping a safe space between you, but you still offer unconditional love. You still have unconditional love for everyone and everything. If you don't have that unconditional love, if that's not your state of being, then you still have shadow work that needs to be done. If there's still parts of yourself that you may feel ashamed of, or that you feel you need to hide, or that you feel would be unacceptable or unlovable or judged, or anything that holds you back from being who you truly are, if you have those parts within you that you feel are holding you back from being who you truly are out of a fear of what someone would think or say or do, then you still have shadow work that needs to be done. So the question is, do we still have shadow work even after we are ascending into higher states of consciousness? And if your answer is yes to any of those questions, then yes, there's still shadow work that needs to be done, even though you are ascending, even though you are raising your states of consciousness higher and higher. It is a process. It is a journey of unfolding. It is, just like the lotus flower that rises out of the murky mud and blooms. It is a process of coming out of that and allowing our light to shine. So let's talk about what shadow work is. Shadow work is unveiling the darkness, bringing out to the light the things that we feel ashamed of, or that we're afraid to reveal about ourselves, or we feel would be judged or ridiculed or condemned. It's all of those things, any of those things that we feel are unlovable or unlikable or unacceptable about ourselves. Just pure unacceptable. Those are things that are in the shadows. Those are things that we keep hidden. That's why we call them shadows. We don't allow them to come out. But we all have parts of ourselves that we have felt that way about. But it is the unveiling. We have to accept all parts of ourselves, not just the light, but also the dark. If we deny our darkness within, then we are denying our existence. We are denying our existence if we deny the darkness within ourselves. If we deny the light within ourselves, then we are denying our divinity. We all are divine in our true soul essence. We all have divinity within us. So you can't deny one or the other. I mean, even Gaia has the light and darkness within her galaxy, the light of day, the dark of night. So we too have both light and darkness within us. And it is the merging of the two energies that makes us whole. We have to accept and see both energies within ourselves and allow them to merge into one, into oneness. Before we can see oneness outside of ourselves, we have to have oneness within us. So shadow work continues as we continue to ascend to higher and greater states of consciousness, our higher and greatest self, our highest and greatest potential, while being in a human vessel. We are all at different stages of awakening and enlightenment. And the more we unveil the shadows within us, the more freedom we have to live and breathe and move. You know, freedom comes from the unveiling of everything that we are. It comes from just being our true, authentic self, our true soul essence. That is when we are standing in our power and when we have emerged as a being of oneness, as a being of light and love. So I'm going to share a simple technique that you can do to help you work through your shadow work. This is a very simple thing that you can do that can really bring those shadows to the surface, bring it to the light, so that you can change your perspective, because that's how we work through shadow work. It is through changing our perspective is how we unleash the darkness and allow it to become light. So whatever shadow work you're dealing with, it doesn't matter what it is that you are dealing with within yourself. This technique is just a simple thing to do. And that's the thing, you know, our minds, our human minds, we want to complicate things. We don't want to accept that something can be so simple, that we can move seamlessly through this shadow work, that we can actually unveil the darkness and come into the light and merge as one in a simple manner without a tremendous amount of pain. It's our resistance that brings us a tremendous amount of pain. It's the wanting to ignore our shadows. It's the wanting to, you know, resist them and to deny them. So back to the technique. Went off on a tangent there. Anyway, this technique is you just set your intention. Just set your intention. Just simply set an intention. And you can say something as simple as, my intention is to release this, whatever it is, you know, this thing about myself, you name it, whatever it is, fill in the blank. My intention is to release this thing and to receive a new perspective of understanding. Open my eyes, open my heart to receive this new perspective, and then just give thanks. Always, always, always give gratitude. Give gratitude to the universe for already having done this for you. So you just say thank you and end it however you end it. Amen. It is done. So be it. Whatever your closing statement is. Alleluia. Whatever. Whatever you use, you know, just end it and see it as already being done. And I guarantee you that shadow work is going to come to the surface and your perspective is going to be enlightened. That's the whole purpose. Enlightenment. It is a new perspective, a new understanding. And when we can understand something, we can accept it. And when we can accept it, we can release it and allow it to be as it is. So that is a very simple technique to use in shadow work. So I hope this message has helped anyone, whoever. I hope it's helped everyone who listens to it. And I'm sending out much love and blessings.